Hello and welcome everybody. This is Wiggensbog back with another guide on how to make your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren mirror matches quick and easy, especially if you don't have the ult and they do. Now I have four matchups here that show a bunch of different cases. So this first one is showing if you go first. Which is possible. Not everybody mods for high speed. Some will do super high damage, or health, or mainly damage. So first things first, with every battle here, you're going to see that you always want to open up with your Kylo's AoE ability to, one, give your team advantage, to soften the blows, and also so you don't give any turn meter to Hux or anybody else, because since you don't have a full first order team, Hux will, when you dispel with Kylo's eye poke, Hux on the other team will dispel his advantage and regain his advantage, giving him that extra 20% turn meter gain. So I avoid that by just doing the AoE first. Next thing you want to notice is that you really want to give Stormtrooper the isolate. This team I found to be I think the best and most consistent. I also like Sith and Traya, but getting that isolate just kind of guarantees that you don't have to deal with the other tank, and then you kind of employ the similar strat as when you don't have Kylo and you have Darth Revan. You put that shock on crew, so that stops him from taunting, and you'll have the opposing Kylo under fracture for quite a while. So this next battle here is about the same team, a different team but same composition. If you don't go first, and you're going to notice again that I still open up with the AoE. Hux will pass his turn meter over, and without that crit immunity from the advantage, he does a lot of damage. So you see I pass turn meter over to Traya to get that isolate off first, and it's modded such that Thrawn goes, passes turn meter to Traya, isolates, then Malik goes right after, and then he will put the shock on crew, and then with both taunts dispelled, you can go ahead and fracture his Supreme Leader Kylo right away. Now, it's kind of up for grabs on who you give the cooldown reduction to from Trey's isolate. I like to give it to Thrawn just so he has that extra turn where you can swap turn meter again. It's not entirely necessary because you're going to be doing enough damage where you don't really need anybody's cooldowns reduced. You could do Kylo also, but I find that he does his moves in such a way by opening up with his AoE that does AoE, then he does the poke, and then you just kind of cycle through his cooldowns and his abilities. So this team here is a single tank with Larry and First Order Officer. I find these to be actually just a lot easier because you don't have to deal with as much taunts. It's less RNG dependent because you don't have to land that shock. Because here you can just isolate right away, go ahead and fracture, and then really it's kind of up to you on what you do next. Except you do want to make sure that you poke Larry the lobster here. So there you go, boom. It's usually most of the time you're gonna kill him, but if you don't, that's fine. Just keep landing your hits on Kylo, and then just make sure to you'll take him out with your AoE. Now you will see with this kind of team, they will land a lot more attacks on you because Hux will go, then Officer will go, and Larry will go, and they just gotta keep hitting your tank, your crew here in this case. But really, it's not much of an issue because one, he's tanky, and even if he dies, that's probably fine, but chances are he won't. And then Kylo's locked down for long enough where he never gets his ultimate off. So they can land as many hits, and you'll see that Kylo does actually get his ultimate in this battle. He gets his bar up to whatever, like 85%, but I kill him before that. So this team is a kind of a mashup of different, you have Darth Revan and Thrawn. And again, opening the same thing up with the AoE, isolating the taunt, and then after that, same thing, go ahead and fracture. And what's great about this team is that there actually is a lot of survivability between your crew and Malik. See, Malik took the fracture, so that takes it away from Traya or Thrawn. Not that it would really matter. I guess also, you don't want your Kylo to be fractured. But as you see, you're just doing so much damage, and nobody's really taking any turns. And they don't do enough damage to do anything really. Now there was a battle early on before I was recording these battles, and I was testing, where Kylo did get his ultimate off, but it's really just him, and then you have most of your team, and then so he gets out of his ultimate, and then you just kind of clean him up again. So here are the mods real quick. This is Kylo's mods. I do mostly damage, physical damage with speed secondaries, and then Revan, you just want to be fast. Traya, you don't need these good mods. I just remodded her, so she's a lot faster and thicker. But you can just put a random speed set on her, and generally that's fine. Maybe in the 260s, 270s range. 270 is probably a little high. 260 is fine. Thrawn, you always want him to be fast and tanky. So that's pretty standard. And then Bastila is also going to be, you want her to be fast as you can. And then next are Crew and Malik, which again, you just want to be thick. Malik, fast and thick. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. I will come out with another guide on Rey. Quick and easy Rey battles with Kylo. So thank you all for watching. Please be sure to subscribe so you're not missing anything. And I will see you all next time.